blushing. Yeah, sweet concussion. Oh, you miss my touching. Show me something. Give me more than one thing. I need more than less than I do. Say you're a good guy. Make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it. I wanna see it. See how. Rewind. When we rewind, it feels so nice. I can't help let the sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk. You need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way. On my way. We've been dancing all night long.
So in my opinion, Malaysia versus Thailand doesn't get bigger than this.
Selamat datang ke Liga Super VPG Malaysia bersama
في ملعب الرياح غاب جمال غاب وسيم
Hello guys, and welcome back to another season on the VPG, and this one is something special. We are going to be doing the live draw for the VPG Europe Pro Cup. So if you're new to VPG, basically what the VPG Europe is, it's a league system for teams all over Europe. So it starts off with the Esports Premier, which is the highest paid league, and Premier North, Premier South, and it goes down to a Championship, League 1, all the way down to League 4. So for the Pro Cup is for those divisions only, and then obviously under League 4 there is some leagues under there as well called the developmental tier, but obviously those teams aren't involved in it. So that's basically the VPG Europe. So this cup is a new system we've just added for the last season on FIFA 21. It's going to be a $2,500 cash prize for all you guys to compete. So let's take a look at some of the comments. How many teams? I just said that 256 teams in this competition. Okay guys, so on the first screen you can obviously see the logo for the Pro Cup, but yeah, so basically here is the groups. As you can see, obviously I'm going to make it full screen for you guys very shortly, but obviously you can see I'm going to do it quite quick. It's not going to be like previous cup draws you've seen. I'm literally going to draw them out into each group, add them in, and I'm going to update the doc and update it on the stream for you guys. Obviously 256, I'm going to do all groups at the same time, so we can get through this quickly. Otherwise it's going to take all night, because 256 teams is quite a lot. It's the largest competition, largest cup that we've done. So yeah, let's get into it. As you can see, top left is the system where we have all 256 teams in a virtual ball, ready to be drawn out into groups. So it's all randomly, as I'm going to show you now. As just an example, I'm going to go on it now. Keep a look on the left hand side. So I'm going to click here. It should say VPG Europe Pro Cup. I'm going to go full screen for you so you can see it properly. So let's go over to the full screen. So here is the VPG Europe Cup, 256 teams in this virtual system. So as soon as I click that, I can click spin, and it's going to literally add all the teams into this little virtual ball here, and then we are ready to pull them out of this and start off the draw. So we're going to get into it straight away. Let us know what teams you play for in the live chat, guys. We've got Luka Esports, Kurdistan, Plymouth. Okay, so 256 teams have launched themselves into this ball. So let's start off with group number 1. So let's go over to the groups. So this is in the full screen section. I think we're not going to go into the intermission. It's too small for you guys. But yeah, so here we go. So here's the groups. Groups 1 to 64. Top 2 teams from each group will qualify. So 128 teams will qualify out the group stages straight into a knockouts. Only one leg as well. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. So after the group stages have finished, we're going to do a live draw for the knockout stages. All the team, well, you can say team number 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you finished in number 1 slot in your group, you will not play another team from number 1 slot in another group. So it will be number 1s versus number 2s always for the knockout stage. It makes it fair because obviously you don't want to play in number 1. Okay, so let's move across. So obviously I've got to do this with Photoshop as well at the same time. So bear with, I'll try to get as fast as possible. So let's go over to the live draw. So I'm going to pick out 4 teams straight away, and these will be going into group number 1. So let's start off. So for the 4 teams going in group number 1 are so for the first one is FTW Horus. So this one's FTW Horus. And then the second team going in group number 1 is Zeal 22. Fantastic side from Romania. I think they're the Romanian champions in the VPG Romanian League. In the Esports Premier as well. So watch out for them. Zeal 22, a fantastic side from Romania. So let's take a look at another team. Let's pick them out of the virtual ball. So that was Zeal 22. Let's move over to the third team in group number 1. Let's take a look at this one. So for the third team, we have FIFA Rentner. I think they're from Germany. If not, I do apologize. FIFA Rentner. And for the last team in group number 1 is Lincoln City. Go on, Lincoln. So that is group number 1. FTW Horus, Zeal 22, FIFA Rentners, and Lincoln City. Okay, now let's move across into group number 2. After each, I'm going to have to update, after 10 groups, I'm going to update the doc and I'll go through it all with you guys. I'll just try to get the draw done as quickly as possible. So that was group number 1 done. So let's move across to group number 2. That was Lincoln City. So these next 4 teams are going into group number 2. I'm going to try and get this animation to be a little bit quicker. I think there is a way. I'm going to go do that very shortly. So group number 2, the first team coming out of that is Onente Esports from Spain. The last season's champions of the Esports Premier. So a fantastic side there going into group number 2. I bet everyone's like, no, I hope it's not my team now. If it's my team, I'm ending the stream. Just get that straight. Second team in group number 2, not Salford. Not Salford, come on. What should be Salford? That's Joga Benito. Bloody hell, 2 Premier teams in the same group. That's going to be tough. Joga Benito in the same group as Onente. And for the third team in group number 2 is Elusive Esports. And for the last team in group number 2, Anther U23. So Anther U23. Okay, so that is group number 2. Let's move across into group number 3 now. So let's go over across to that one now. So the next 4 teams are going into group number 3. So let's pull them out. So for the first team in group number 3 is Ragnarok QBE. Ragnarok QBE. One second, guys. Just going to make these texts a little bit smaller. Cool. So yeah, Ragnarok QBE is for the first team in group number 3. So let's move across into the next one. Second team in group number 3 is Ruthless. The third team in group number 3 is let's take a look at this one, is Tranmere Rovers. And for the last team in group number 3 is S5 Elite Bomber. So that is the first 3 groups done. So let's move over into the next one, where group number 4. So the next 4 teams we're going into group number 4. So let's get over to that one now. So for the first team in group number 4 is Havoc FC. The second team in group number 4 is Elemento. The third team in group number 4, let's take a look to see who this one's going to be. Amparato from Waka Gaming. ATL Nightmare is the third team from group number 4. And for the last team in group number 4 is TSV Sherburn, if that's how you pronounce it. TSV Sherburn. Jesus. How do you spell that shit? TSV ZSCH. Cool. So let's move across into group number 5. So the next 4 teams are for group number 5. Once we get to group 10, I'll take a little pause, show you the groups so far, and then we'll get on to groups 11 to 20. So we'll do it kind of quick tonight. It'll be like a half an hour stream, something like that. We'll get it all done, and then I'll get it updated on the website. So the first team for the first group of group number 5 is Skywolves. The second team for group number 5 is Chalk Ice. Yep, there's a team called Chalk Ice. I think it's League 3, I think they are. League 3 North. Moving across into the third team for group number 5. Is Verbal. And for the last team in group number 5 is Bradford City. Perfect. Okay, now moving across into group number 6, guys. Group number 6 now. The first team for group number 6 is No Brain Gaming. The second team for group number 6 is hopefully, if you have been called out and you're in a group already, hopefully you like your group so far. Obviously, that group number 2 is quite strong at the minute. So this one is Odense Old Boys. So I'm just going to put Odense. And the third team from group number 6 is Digital Sports. Fantastic side from Germany. I think they came like third. I think it was third or fourth in the Esports Premier. I think something like that, or fifth. But yeah, a solid team from Germany for Digital Sports. Now for the last team in group number 6 is let's take a look to see who it will be. Rent Free FC. So that is groups 1 to 6 done. Let's move across into group number 7, guys, which we're going to do now. So the next 4 teams will be for group number 7. So the first team getting called out for group 7 is Venice. Venice, another strong team from Germany. Yep, I don't know why they're called Venice though, because Venice isn't in Germany, but yep, very strong team. First team in group number 7. Now moving across to the second team in group 7 is Unstoppable XI. So Unstoppable in group number 7. For the third team in group number 7 is La Familia. And for the last team in group number 7, then I'll answer some questions from the live chat. I've seen a few in there which I'll answer shortly. So the last team, group number 7, is Rotherham United Esports, so RUFC. Okay guys, so obviously I saw a few messages on when this competition starts. Obviously it's a big competition, so ideally we need to start it in the first week of the VPG Europe season. So it will be starting on Monday and Tuesday. So from these live draws, you play each team twice, you play 2 games a week. The fixtures will be generated on Mondays and Tuesdays, probably for around, I mean, I probably will do a vote after the stream. I'll do a vote to see what you guys think. I mean, I was going to do 9:40 UK time, but if both teams want to move the game, that's fine. Obviously, what I need to think of is VPG England's at 8:15. People have games at 1:45. So if I could do it at past, but it might be a bit difficult. I'll put a vote after this draw to see what I should put the deadline time at. So if you both don't agree on a changed time, so if you both want to play later or earlier, that's fine. But for the scheduled time of these fixtures, I'll put a poll in after this stream for you guys. Okay, so that is group number 7 done. And then, yeah, let's move on to group number 8. So the next 4 teams will be from group number 8. So let's go. The first one for group number 8 is FFC Newcomer. That's the first team for group number 8. Moving across into the second team. I think everyone's thinking that Dobaldinho. Everyone's thinking that, yo. Lassen and Kellet. Lassen. Just that. So the third team for group number 8 is let's take a look at this one. It's Gen X, another fantastic side, and the last team for group number 8 is Endangered, another strong side. I think they're playing in the Premier North or South, so that is a very, very good group as well. FFC, Newcomer, Lassen and Kellet, Gen X and Endangered. Now we're moving across into group 9, so we'll get this one done, and then we've got the last one, group number 10, and then obviously we've still got quite a lot more, to be fair. There's still 64 groups, so I'll try to get them done as quickly as possible. What I'll probably do is I'll do group 1 to 20 first, have a little break, 30 to 40, and then 50 to 60. Yeah, so I'll do that. So group 9, I'll try to get it done as quickly as possible. Group 9, let's do the 4 teams from there. I'll try to do it quite quick. Let me see if I can... Yeah, I'm not messing with it. I was going to mess around with the animation speed for this, but if I know in my luck, I'll end up doing it and then it'll all wipe or reset. So for the first team from group number 9, we have Arca, Gidnia, something like that. Arca, GDY, Nia. Crazy that one. Now for the second team in group number 9 is my team hasn't been called out yet. I'm waiting for that. See a lot of Wigan fans on the comments. We have a Donbass IL, another fantastic side playing in the Arctic League. Donbass IL. Moving across into the third team for group number 9. We have Mad Army. And for the last team in group number 9 is so slow in it, the animation. Red Faction. Yep, Red Faction are back and they are ready for action. Very good side. HS Skipper, I think it is, who's the captain for that side. Very, very strong team. Now let's move on to group number 10. Let's take a look at these 4 teams from group number 10. The first team for group number 10 is excuse me. Way, we have Salford City. Let's go. Watch it give me loads of Premier teams. Go on. If there's any hard teams, I'm just pausing this, you know. Don't mess about now. Right, let's go. God, here we go. Give me someone good. What should be a Premier team? Stuttgarter. Oh, okay. Pretty good team, to be fair. So we have Salford City as the first team in group number 10. And then we have Stuttgarter. Let's take a look at the third team. Oh god, who's it going to be? Tyco Esports. What's this doing to me? And for the last team in group number 10 is Force Football. Okay, so I'm going to show you the updated doc right now of the first 10 groups. I had to change the text a little bit, obviously because the text I put before, it was too long, so when I'm trying to fill in everyone's names, it's not coming up neatly. So I'm going to show you now. So if we go over to that section now with the groups, as you can see, do apologize if you can't read it. I had to change the text smaller, but obviously once the text goes for every single group, it'll be a little bit clearer and better. So as you can see, groups 1 to 10 have been drafted out. I've been shafted for group number 10 at the minute. Stuttgart, Taiko and Force Football, which is quite strong. The group of death at the minute, I'll probably say group number 2 is quite strong. Onente and Joga Benito. I'm trying to see if there's any other Esports Premier sides in the same group. Don't think there is. I think my group's the hardest. What do you say, guys? Do you think group 10? Tough one, that, innit? Yeah, it's a tough one, that group 10. Crazy. Right. Let's move across into groups 11 to 20, guys. So let's go to that one now. As you can see, Force Football were the last team to be called out in group number 10. So we're going to move on into group number 11. If you've got any questions, put the questions in there now so I can see them on my screen. I think I did answer when the games will be played. I'll put a poll after this and you guys can decide for a scheduled fixture. I'd probably say probably between 8:30, 9:30, something like that, for the matches to be played. Okay, guys, I'm going to move across into the draw. So let's get into that now. Okay, so moving across into group number 11. So let's get this done kind of quickly for you all. Group number 11, the next 4 teams, let's take a look. I'm not shouting you out. So the first team for group number 11, we have Woyoi. The second team from group number 11, we have Esports Ragusa. Esports Ragusa. The third team for group number 11 is Figaro Esports. And the last side for group number 11, I'll try to pace through this. Yeah, Ben can have a shout out. Team Rocket. So that's group number 11 done. Let's move across into group number 12. So the next 4 teams will be in group number 12, guys. So let's see who the first team's going to be in that one. We have some French in the live chat now from Montpellier. Welcome to the stream. For the first team for group number 12, sorry, we have Philosophy. The second team for group number 12 is FC Blau-Weiß. The third team for group number 12 Marseille. This is quite a tough group so far. And for the last team in group number 12 is VPG Lade side. So that is group number 12 done. Let's move across into group number 13. Next 4 teams will be going into that group. So this team's going into group number 13, which is Black Jackets. Second team going into group number 13. Watch Wigan be called out last. Probably will happen. Once you start calling it out, it'll be the last one. Second team for group number 13 is HSV Hajduk. A very, very strong side as well. Esports Premier. I think they won. I think they won or runners-up of the Premier North or South last season. Very, very strong side. Group 13, team number 3 is No Name. Yep, there's a team called No Name, which are pretty decent to be fair. And for the last team in group number 13 is Viva FIFA. So that is your group number 13. Let's move across into group number 14. So the next 4 teams will be going straight into that one. So let's try to pick them up quickly. QPR hasn't been called out yet. But for group number 14, we have Prestige 26. That is the team with the YouTuber Nepenthes. Strong side. They started off I think they started off in the lower tiers, like the developmental. Did well in League 4, and now I think they're playing in League 2. I think it's League 2. If not, I do apologise if I got it wrong. But yeah, they're improving a lot. They've got a very strong side for next season, so watch out for them. Prestige 26, the first team being called out in group number 14. Now let's move across into the second team. Let's take a look to see who they'll have in their group. Equality 05. A very, very strong side from Germany. They used to play the Esports Premier. I think they got relegated or had a manager change. And I think they are playing, in the Premier North or South. Equality 05. They've been around in the pro clubs community for years. I'll say at least 5-6 years they've been in, maybe longer. Very, very, very experienced team, has been along for quite a while. So Equality 05 in group number 14. Let's move across into the third team. So for the third team in group number 14 is Essential. And the last team being called out of group number 14 is Partisan Esports. So that is your group number 14, guys. Quite a tough one, that one so far. Let's move across into group 15. Let's pick the next 4 teams into this one. Wigan's getting called out last. We have Legend Soccer. Legend Soccer, the team being called out into group number 15. Let's move across into the next one. Second team for this one is Kurdistan. Don't worry, they will be playing on European servers. They've been playing in the Euros many times as well before. I think it was the Euros or the World Cup. But yeah, good side, very good side. Third team in group number 15. EOS Gaming. And for the last team in group number 15 is Vannes OC, another fantastic team from France. I think they are the champions of VPG France, so watch out for them. Vannes OC. Zeke HD, give me a couple of minutes. I'm on group 15 now. Once I get to group 20, I'll show you the updated groups from 1 to 20 so far. So we'll do it every single 10. I'll show you the groups and we'll move on. So let's move across into group number 16. We're on now. So the next 4 teams, we're going into group 16. Season aren't in it anymore. I think a few of their players are getting paid to play in Audax. So if you do have Audax there, basically another season, so watch out for them. So this one was Somos Hermanos. Second team for group number 16 is... No, Fairbox hasn't been drawn yet. Is Hungry Sharks from Germany. The third team from group number 16 is... Guys, stop tagging me on Discord. Yes, Kurdistan have been drawn. I'll show you who they've got. Is Lisbon Town. And for the last team in group number 16 is... Banditos CF. So that is your group number 16 there. Let's move across into group number 17. Next 4 teams will be going into group number 17, guys. Yeah, I'm going to try and get it done a little bit quicker. There's Bateman Esports. The next one is, I'm just going to literally just tap it so it comes a little bit quicker. Is Izmir Bulls. The next team, let me see what this button does. Results, cage, edit. Yeah, I'm not messing about with that. Yeah, I'm not messing about with that. Next team is Value Team. And for the last team of group number 17 is... Imagine if I clicked the button now and it just reset it all. That'd be painful, that, wouldn't it? So the last team from group number 17 is Infamous. So that is group number 17 done now. Let's move across into group 18. Next 4 teams will be going into that one. Literally just going to tap it so the teams come out a little bit quicker. We have Over the Limit. The first team in group number 18. And then we have SR Brasov. Don't forget, guys, there is 256 teams in this tournament. The biggest tournament we've actually done on the VPG in terms of a paid tournament with this many clubs, many talented clubs involved, shall I say. Yes, including my own. Is VFC Rubez. Very, very strong side. And the last team into group number 18 is Rote Tufel. So that was the last team in group number 18. 2 groups left, and I'll update the doc so you guys can see the updated group so far. So group number 19, these next 4 teams will be going straight into this one. Which is LW Fior. I don't have a clue with that one. Bheeor. Some of these names. The next team into group number 19 is Bene Esports. Bene Sports is something like that. Bene Sports. The third team in group number 19 is Jurilla. I think that's how you pronounce it. And for the last team in group number 19 is Def Phoenix. Now moving across into group 20, and then I'll show you guys the updated version of groups 1 to 20 so far. So for the first team in group number 20 is Southend to be last, is Sparker Fag United. The second team in group number 20 is Revenge Team. The third team in group number 20 Esports Underdogs. And the last team in group number 20 is, so once this one's been done, we literally are a third of the way completed. So I'll try to be a little bit quicker in this next bit. Midland Esports. So that is groups 1 to 20 done. I'm going to show you guys the updated version. So we're going to go over to that screen right now so you guys can see the updated. If you just missed out or if you just literally gone somewhere, here is the groups from groups 1 to 20 so far. As you can see on the screen, groups 1 to 20, we've still got quite a bit to do. Quite a bit to work through. I had to change the text to make it a little bit smaller, but here are the groups so far. Let me know what you think is the hardest group currently at the minute. Okay guys, give me literally 30 seconds, not even that. Just going to get a drink of water very fast, and then we'll be back to go over groups 21 to 30. To the draw, where we just pulled out Midland Esports, with the last team getting pulled out into group number 20. So let's move across into the groups area now. That was the groups as you saw, groups 1 to 20 on the screen. Now let's move across into groups 21 to 30. Okay, so for the next 4 teams, there'll be for group number 21. So let's pull out the next 4 teams now. Just had to get a quick drink near me. The next team is Sport Club Verl. The next team for group number 21 is LW Immortals. Now moving across into the third team for group number 21 is Rebels Esports. And for the last team in group number 21 is, I'm just literally going to click it instantly, get these groups drawn, add them on their site, and get them scheduled in for Monday. So the last team is Exclusive. So that is the 4 teams in group number 21. Let's move across into group number 22. Next 4 teams will be placed into that one. Yeah, I've got to do live draws tomorrow as well, so you can well, I don't know what I'm saying now, guys. You jinx me, Dylan, you jinx me. So Ferox into group number 22. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to be doing the live draw for the PlayStation 4 Euros and the Xbox World Esports. So that one, stay tuned for that one. It'll be similar, but not as much teams as we're doing tonight. So the next team is VPG Ultras. VPG Ultras. '07. So for the third team coming out in group number 22 is Wigan. Here we go, guys. The Wiganheads have been pulled out on this one. Okay, guys, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm probably going to go into the intermission screen so you can see both. You can see the updated tables. We'll do this one for a bit. Change the scenery on the stream so you can see the updated docs when I do it. But yeah, let you know. Okay, so that was Wigan. They've finally been pulled into the group. They'll be going into group number 22. Let's see who the last team will be in group number 22. La Bestia. So that is your group number 22. And going into group number 23. Next 4 teams will be pulled into group number 23. Yep, the Wigan have got themselves pulled out. Now let's get the others. We've got Renaco FIFA, another strong side, Renaco. Now let's move across into the second team for group number 23. Is Momentum. Oof. That's a strong group so far. Momentum and Renaco. Both of them play against each other on a regular basis, so that's going to be a tough one. Renaco and Momentum in the same group. Let's see who the third team's going to be. That might be the group of death. We have Zycon Esports, another very, very strong side. Now let's see who the fourth team's going to be. Not many Esports Premier teams have been pulled out yet. Obsession Aris Gaming. Obsession Aris Gaming has been pulled out into group number 23. And that is group number 23 completed. Let's move across into group number 24. Next 4 teams will be going into that one. First team for group number 24 is the Anderen Weg. I think they're a team from Norway, I think. The Anderen. Now moving across into the second team in group number 24. And that is Equalizers FC. Now the third team for group number 24 and that is KCFC first. And the last team in the group number 24 is Brosco FC. So that is your group number 24 done. Now let's move across into group number 25. Wacker Gaming. So Wacker are the first team to be pulled out into group number 25. Let's take a look to see who the second team's going to be. Is Liberty Esports. Moving across into the third team. Let's take a look to see who the third team's going to be in group number 25, and that is Esports Rush Hour. And the last team in group number 25 is Oxford United. So that is group number 25 done and dusted. Let's move across into group number 26. Next 4 teams will be going into that group. I'll show you the updated groups from 1 to 30 in a couple of minutes once we finish these ones. So FF Esports go into group number 26. Moving across into the next one. Try to get it done as quickly as possible. Is The Flood. Third team from group number 26 is Belfast City. And the last team from group number 26 Billeford Esports. So that is your group number 26. Moving into group number 27. The next 4 teams will be going straight into this one. Divine Esports haven't been called out yet. There's still a lot of teams. We're nearly halfway. We've got Unique Panthers. In group number 27. Let's move across into the second team for group number 27. Is XI Vasilius. The third team for group number 27 is John Dalen IF. That is the Premier Esports team. Very, very good side in group number 27. And now let's take a look to see who the fourth team's going to be. The fourth team in group number 27 is Besiktas. Besiktas, a very strong side from Turkey. Now moving across into group number 28. Let's get these 4 teams done and dusted. Let's click to see who's going to be placed into group number 28. We have Deutschland BLN. The second team in group number 28 is Team No Return. The third team in group number 28 is Chesterfield Joe. And for the last team in group number 28 is... So just 2 more groups, guys, and then we'll show you the updated graphic of groups 1 to 30. So the last team in group number 28 is Uzbek eFoot. Now moving across into group number 29. So the next 4 teams will be pulled out into this one. So let's move across into that next 4 teams for group number 29. Olympic is the first team being pulled out into number 29. The second team is Northampton Town Esports. The third team going into group number 29 is MGT 13 Esports. And for the last team in group number 29 is Lockdown Esports. Now moving across into group number 30, and then we'll show you guys all the groups so far. Cheers Pantani Esports for the donation on YouTube, appreciated. Moving across into group 30, and the last one before we go into showing you guys the full doc of all the groups. So moving across to the next 4 teams into group number 30. So for the first team is Silent. We get Silent Esports. The second team for group number 30 is Claquitos. The third team for group number 30 is CE Europa, another fantastic side from Spain. And the last team into group number 30 is Atletico Tigers. So that is your groups from 1 to 30. I'm going to go over to the screen right now so you guys can see all the listed groups. If you to see if you've named appeared, see if you've missed it, where you can be updated right now. We're going to go over to that screen right now. Not sure if you can see that screen, so we're going to go full screen for you. So let's take a look at the groups. As you can see, groups number 1 to 30 done. We're nearly halfway of this live draw, so it's probably going to take another 40 minutes, something like that. Hopefully a little bit quicker, because the first 1 to 10 I was kind of slow with it. But yeah, they're the groups from 1 to 30. So I'm going to do groups 31 to 40 now. Update the graphic, show you guys the groups from 1 to 40, same for 50, etc, etc. So let's get these done and dusted for you. I'll get them updated on the site, and then we can get the poll updated on Discord for when the scheduled times will be. You'll have a vote either between 8:30 and around 9:30, 9:35, something like that for the scheduled times. So okay guys, that is your groups at the minute. Which one do you think is the hardest so far? In my opinion, I think group number 23 looks kind of strong. Very strong sides in that group. Renako, Momentum, Zycon, and our Obsession Aris Gaming. We also have 2 esports premier teams in, which one is it now? Let's take a look. I did see it. I think 2 esports premier sides got together. Oh yeah, it's Onente and Joga Benito in the same group. So that is a strong group also. Okay guys, let's move across into groups number 31 to 40. So here we go. Let's move across into this one. So the next 4 teams will be going into group number 31. We have Assault Gaming, the first team into group number 31. Cheers, Pantani, again. You don't have to, but most appreciated. So Assault Gaming, first team into group number 31 there. Let's move across to see who the second team is going to be in group number 31. Is Grazer ESC. Very, very strong group so far. 2 Premier level teams in the same group. Is this going to be a group of death? We shall see shortly the next 2 teams who are going to be put into group number 31. We have Ubora Esports. And for the last team in group number 31 is Rotherham CST. So that is your group number 31 done. Assault Gaming, Grazer ESC, Ubora, and Rotherham United CST. Now we're moving across into groups number 32. So the next 4 teams will be going into that one. Excuse me. If you just missed it, guys, we'll go over the group shortly. I'll show you the picture. But we are on group number 32, and the first team into that one is DFCO, an official club from France. I think it's called Dijon or something like that. DFCO. The second team for group number 32 is, so this is the halfway point of the draw. Still got 32 more groups to do, so there's still a lot of more teams hiding in this virtual ball that want to get pulled out. And this one is Dualia Esports. Dualia Esports. Now for the third team in group number 32 is, if you're still watching, guys, do let me know in the comments section which teams you are watching from. I see there's Pantani, Divine, Wigan. I think some of the Wigan lot have got off now. Luca Esports, I did see you guys watching earlier, so you've just been pulled out. Luca Esports into group number 32. And for the last team in group number 32 is Manadek. So that is the 4 teams into group number 32. We have DFCO, Dualia Esports, Lucid, and Manadek. Poor QPR lads, they've been waiting for their name to be pulled out to see which group they've got. To be fair, it is a little bit worrying. There hasn't been many Esports Premier sides been pulled out. I mean, there's been the odd couple teams here and there, but there's still many Esports Premier sides that do need to be pulled out of that virtual ball. There could be some very group of deaths in this one. We shall see very shortly. We have Southend, Lincoln, QPR, Team House still watching, ready for their team names to be pulled out. So let's move across into group number 33. These next teams will be pulled out into this one. We've got Team House United. I know. We have White Elephant. The first team to be pulled out into group number 33. Let's take a look to see who they'll have in their group. We have MGT 13 as the second team in group number 33. The third team is Leighton Orient. And the last team in group number 33 is, it does feel good just to be over the halfway line of this live draw, and the fourth team has been pulled out, and that is a Gute Menschen. So that is the 4 teams into group number 33. Now let's move across into group number 34. Now let's move across into the next 4 teams. We'll be going straight into that group. So the league does have a very tough group, to be fair. First team, we have Esports Hajduk. Group number 34, Esports Hajduk, the first team going into that one. Let's take a look to see who they'll have in their group. We have Fleetwood Town. Fleetwood Town, the second team in group number 34. Just tell Lee that the League 4 teams. I know Team House have got it. Team House United. And we have Masia 1974. That is the person who donated looks like he donated €11. Crazy. Masia 1974 been pulled out into group number 34. Alongside Fleetwood Town Esports and Esports Hajduk. Let's take a look to see who the 4th team's going to be in group number 34. And that is SC Fugt. That's how you pronounce it. Didn't sound right from me saying it, but SC Fugt. Okay, now let's move across into group number 35. The next 4 teams will be going into that group. Wow, Lee, you just appeared from nowhere, bro. FIFA Hellas, the first team going into group number 35. Now let's move across to see who the next 3 teams are going to be. So for the second team, we have LW Bellator. Moving across into the 3rd team of group number 35. And that one is Sekinti City. And the last team in the group number 35 is FC Obidos in group number 35. Moving across into group number 36, guys. Before I do, let's go over group 35. Is FIFA Hellas, LW Bellator Sekinti, and FC Obidos. It does seem to be Southend will be one of the last teams to be drawn. Pantani, I think you need to relax a bit. You're sending too much, bro. But yeah, mostly appreciated. Cheers, Pantani. You've been drawn out. So Massive 1974, group number 34, alongside Esports Hajduk, Fleetwood Town, and SC Fugt. Now let's move on to group number 36. Next 4 teams will be pulled out of this one. We have Team Konter. Team Konter is a streamer from Germany. They named the team after him. And they have been pulled out into group number 36. And let's take a look to see who they'll be put inside that group. We've got Karalesi. Karalesi, I think that's how you say it. Karalesi. Yeah. Karalesi Esports in group number 36. Let's take a look to see who's going to be the next 2 teams in that group. Is Venom. And the last team in group number 36 is the Red Stripe. Hasn't been pulled out yet. It very, very soon will be. We've got Beershot. Beershot been put into group number 36. Let's take a look. Red Stripe. I don't think Red Stripe have been pulled out yet. No, definitely haven't. So they should definitely be very, very soon. Now moving across into group number 37. Watch the Red Stripe get pulled out absolutely right now. Group number 37. Let's take a look at the 4 teams going into this one. We have Scunthorpe United. We have Scunthorpe United going into group number 37. Let's take a look to see who will be placed into that one with them. Divine. No, Divine hasn't been called either. We have Sons of a Glitch. Sons of Glitch Gaming in group number 37. Let's take a look to see what the other 2 teams will be. Who? RFC. What's RFC? 30 Games in group number 37, and the last team in group number 37 is, what's RFC on top? Not heard of that name. Fanatics. Another esports premier side going into group number 37 alongside Scunthorpe, Sons of Glitch and Furtive Gaming. Moving across into group number 38. Let's get into those 4 teams going into that one now. So the next 4 teams going into group number 38. We have Troyland Esports into group number 38. Moving across into the second team. What league are they in, Ben? Go check what league RFC on top of them. We have Muppets Esport. Go check what league they are for me, Ben. Muppets. I don't know. I haven't really seen that name, to be fair. And for the third team in group number 38. Yes, VPG Lade side have been called out. I'll go over the groups with you in literally 2 minutes, Trusty. 2 minutes and I'll show you the groups. But yeah, Lade side have been pulled out. So Red Stripe have been put into group number 38. And for the last team in group number 38 is KSV Hessen Castle. KSV Hessen in group number 38. Now let's move across into group number 39. Once we've finished group number 40, I'll show you guys the group standings so far. I know someone just asked. Lade side, let's take a look. Let me take a look at Lade side. I did see it. And I'll get that for you now. Okay, Lade side have been put into group number 12 alongside Philosophy, Blau Weiss and Marcy Ho. Man like text. That would have been that would have been tough. Okay, group number 39. Let's get into it now. The next 4 teams going into group number 39. I know it was just a bad time, innit? It just, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, I've ruined it now. Yeah, Glorious 11. Glorious 11 in group number 39. And they'll be joined with, let's take a look at the next 3 teams that will be going in this one. That would be a proper group of death. NK Selic in group number 39. Next 2 teams, let's take a look to see who we've got in this one. And literally we're so close to done now. Appreciate the guys that have been in it from the start. We have K Serispor in group number 39. Esports Premier side for that one. And the last team in group number 39 is, to be fair, my group's pretty tough as well, to be fair. Group 12, I think. Valkyrie MPLS. Valkyrie MPLS. In my group, I've got Stuttgart Kickers Tycho, who are the last season's esports Cup winners also playing Esports Premier and Force Football. So it's just going to be tough. I mean, most likely can probably beat Force Football, but Taiko and Stuttgart, it's going to be tough. That I'm getting grouped. Okay, now I'm moving across into group number 40. Next 4 teams are going into that. Then I'll show you guys the updated versions of group 1 to 40. So let's take a look to see who's going to be in this group. Sparta Esports are the first team in group number 40. Let's take a look to see who they'll be joining in group number 40. We have Dexterity. There's still a lot of Esports Premier sides not been called out. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be some big hard groups going past 40 here. So Dexterity with the last team to be pulled out into group 40. Who they'll be joining? We have Majestics. We have another fantastic side from Spain. A lot of these Spanish teams are coming over to VPG. It's very good, very competitive. Some very good teams in there. Is BSED Orlox. I think that's how you spell it. Orlo. Okay. And that is your groups 1 to 40, guys. I'm going to show you the updated doc right now, so you can see groups 1 to 40 on the screen now. So if you have missed it and you've just jumped in, because I do apologise, this stream, I didn't expect it to go that long. I thought it'd be quite quick, but it is quite tough. So I'm going to show you the updated version right now. So we're going to switch over to that. As you can see, groups 1 to 40 completed and drawn into the VPG Europe Pro Cup for a cash prize of $2,500. Who's that, Trusty? Groups number 41 to 52, we're going to get going now, so we're close to done. Finally close to being done now, which is very good. 2/3 done, and then I can get this updated on the website. So yeah, let's get started. So group number 41, the next 4 teams are going straight into that one. So the last team that was called out was BSED into group number 40. So let's get groups number 41 to 52 done. Let's move across onto them now. So the next 4 teams will be into group number 41. We have Carpet Football. Esports Premier side. A little bit of information about Carpet Football. They are basically ghetto boys. If you've been, if you know the pro clubs community in the higher tiers, Carpet Football basically ghetto boys, but with a name change and a few players from Creative Football as well. So it's going to be a very, very strong one, that one. Carpet Football. Actually, wait, is it Carpet Football? No. Carpet Football they're the Spanish side. It's a Mago. Mago's manager. They won the little cup I ran yesterday. Carpet Football are basically a Malaga CF in the Esports Premier. Right, check Gad just popping up. Come on, Gad. The next 3 teams into group number 41. Brad's, what league are Dale Academy in? Because this is just for... I'm amazed with that card. Darlington North Stars in group number 41. So Darlington Esports All Stars in group number 41. Moving across into the next 2 teams in group number 41 are Ecclesia FC. No, like Gad's in the stream. I had to get a word like I didn't know. I can't pronounce it. Ecclesia FC. But you're happy with that one, Gad, aren't you? Ecclesia FC. Now for the last team in group number 41 is QPR Esports. The QPR guys have finally got their name pulled out. I mean, it's a good group. I mean, carpet footballs like Malaga CF, that's going to be a tough one. Ecclesia, a very, very strong French team, and Darlington as well, up and coming new team also. So it's not bad. I mean, it could be a hell of a lot worse, but that is the group for QPR Esports. So let's move across into group number 42. The next 4 teams will go in group number 42. So the first team being pulled out into this one is Stars 11 FC. The next team into group number 42 is... I'm still worried there. There's a lot of Esports Premier teams ready to be called out here. Southpaw Ginger. So Southpaw, second team in group number 42. If you missed it, if you missed group number 41, it was Carpet Football, Darlington, All Stars, Ecclesia FC and QPR Esports. Now, they are Esports Premier side. Being put into group number 42 is D1RF Barrio. They were a team called Hellas Verona last season, had a name change, gone back to their original name from the previous FIFAs, D1RF Barrio. And they'll be joined alongside Stars 11, Southpaw Ginger from group number 42. And this is the last team going into group number 42 is Rising Rain. 2 Esports Premier sides in group number 42. Got Stars 11, Southpaw Ginger, D1RF Barrio and Rising Rain. Moving into group number 43. Let's take a look at the 4 teams being placed into that one. Group number 42 was quite tough. 2 Esports Premier sides going to be fighting in for that one. We have Panda Juganas, another team from Spain. Panda Juganas is the first team from group number 43. Moving across into the second team. Second team into group number 43 is Ecclesia Esport. They have 2 sides. Ecclesia. Let me just double check the database rapid. I'm pretty sure they do have an academy. Ecclesia. Yes, they do. They have Ecclesia FC, which is their first team in the Premier South, and Ecclesia Esport in, I think it's the Championship, something like that. But yeah, both of them, I wouldn't say they're bad. Ecclesia Esport and Ecclesia FC. Now moving across into the third team in group number 43. We have IFS Esports. And the 4th team in the group number 43 is... You don't want to know how long this took to set up. Is Team Geist CF. Another strong side from Germany. So group number 43, we have Panda Juganas from Spain. We have Ecclesia Esport from France, IFS Esports, and Team Geist from Germany. So that is your group number 43. Moving across into group number 44 now. So the next 4 teams being placed will be placed into group number 44. We have CF Retribution. CF, don't know why I pronounced it like that. CF Retribution are in group number 44, and they'll be alongside these next 3 teams I'm going to put out now. we have Definition. The third team for group number 44 is Elevate. Ooh, this is a tough one so far. We have CF Retribution, Definition, Elevate. Elevate gone up to the Esports Premier. CF Retribution, another strong side. Premier North, Premier South standard, still very good. Who's going to be the last team in group number 44? Galacticos. Galacticos in group number 44. That is a tough one. So group number 44, very strong one so far. CF Retribution, Definition, Elevate, and Galacticos. Very strong group, that one. I'd still swap it with mine. Mine's a tough one as well. Now let's move across into group number 45. The next 4 teams were pulled into that one. Is Team House United. I'm just going to put Team House because the name's quite long. And then with Team House we're watching earlier, you have finally been pulled out and you are in group number 45. Team House, if you are still here. Well, if not, you've probably fallen asleep. So yeah, let's move across into the next 3 teams into group number 45. We have Per Esports, a very strong side from France. So Per Esports go into group number 45 alongside Team House. The next team we have Southend United. I'm pretty sure a few people in the stream were from Southend. I think it's probably all the 37 people watching, probably from Southend. What team are you, Ben? What team are you? That's Southend in group number 45. And let's take a look to see who the 4th team will be. Is Have a Go. If you don't know a little bit of information about Have a Go, that's basically the ex-Epsilon team, which is Olympia, if you remember Chucks. He is back and he's got a team now called Have a Go. It's his first time back in management for a couple of FIFAs. He's got a few faces he used to play with, so maybe watch out for them. I don't know how good they might be, but I'm pretty sure Chucks knows what he's doing. So yeah, watch out for those guys. Have a Go. So that's your group number 45 done. We have Team House, Per Esports, Southend, and Have a Go. Bit more enthusiasm. You got it, Gad. I'm going to do it now for you. Okay, now it's not good. Oh, okay, guys, let's move it. Okay. I need to drink a water. One sec, lads. 46. We're going into that group very, very shortly. Okay, so I have to get a drink now. So group number 46, next 4 teams will be going straight into that one. So starting off with the first team in group number 46 is Audaz Football. Now there's actually a team called Audaz and Audax. Audaz are the team from Germany and Audax are the team from UK. Be funny if they both go into the same group. Now let's take a look to see who the second team will be. If Audax do get pulled up now, I'm literally going to put something on a lottery. Loveland are the second team going into group number 46 alongside Audaz Football. Let's take a look to see who the next 2 teams are going to be. We have Odd Esports from Norway. And the last team going into group number 46 is Hern Esports. So that is your group number 46. We have Audaz Football from Germany. We have a Loveland. We have Odd Esports and Hern. Okay, let's move across into group number 47. Next 4 teams will be going straight into that one. So for the first team is Mercy. Let's take a look to see who will be joining them in this group right now. So Mercy, another strong side playing in the Premier North, Premier South tier. And they'll be playing against Shive Rate. Another up and coming team. Watch out for them, Shive Rate. Next 2 teams going into this group are Escalation. And the last team in group number 47 is, there's still a lot of Esports Premier teams. Imagine if we have a group with 4 Esports Premier, it would be very tough. Is ESC Wacker Wien. ESC Wacker. I think they're from Austria. Now moving across into group number 48. Next 4 teams will be put into that group. If you are still watching, guys, let me know what teams you are waiting to be pulled out. We have Trabzonspor being the first team being pulled into group number 48. Trabzonspor from Turkey, official club, play in the TEFL League, which is the official league in Turkey for VPG. Check them out also. Second team is Apoel FC, official club from Greece, going into group number 48 alongside Trabzonspor. Let's take a look to see who will be the third team here. Third team is Hornets CF. And the last team in group number 48 is, that's quite a strong one so far also. Some very strong teams in this group so far, is Anubis Esports. Anubis Esports. So that is a very strong group. Group number 48. I'll go over it right now for you. The 4 teams in group number 48 are Trabzonspor, official club from Turkey, Apoel FC from Greece, Hornets CF, and Anubis. Fantastic sides there. It's going to be that's probably one of the strongest groups so far, obviously alongside a few others who have a few Esports Premier, but group number 48 is probably the one to watch. Let's move across into group number 49. The next 4 teams will be placed into this one. So the first team going into this one is Baffins Rovers. Baffins, the first team in group number 49. Let's take a look to see who will join them. We have Plymouth, waiting for their team to be patiently called out. We have Ambitious XI going into group number 49. Let's move across into the third team. Hopefully it's Plymouth. Get pulled out. Plymouth are probably not hoping for those Esports Premier sides. We've got Smokies Esports. We have Smokies in group number 49. Let's take a look at the last team going into this one. We've got Goose Green still waiting as well. We have LIF Esports, which is basically the academy side. LIF Esports in group number 49. So that is your group number 49 completed. We have Baffins Rovers, Ambitious XI, Smokies, and LIF Esports. We've not got long to go now. We're nearly finished. So let's move across into group number 50. These next 4 teams will be put into that one. And this one we have a San Juan FC Esports. So San Juan are a very good side from Malta. And they'll be in the first team in group number 50. I can see it as well. I can see Plymouth being put in a group with 3 Esports Premier teams. Hopefully it doesn't happen. anything can happen on these live draws. We have El Talaz being drawn into group number 50 alongside San Juan from Malta. Let's take a look to see who the third team is going to be. And it is Quality Devils. And let's take a look to see who the last team is going to be in group number 50. And it is Insane Heads from Germany. The Insane Heads have been put into group 50 alongside Quality Devils, El Talas and San Juan. Okay guys, I'm going to do 2 more groups. I'm going to show you the updated groups from group 1 to 52. So let's move across into the next 4 teams going into group number 51. So the first team is Ballers Gaming. First team in group number 51. Joining them as the second team in this group is Eloro Gaming. Watch out for them. A very, very strong side in the Esports Premier. Ready to make a name for themselves. Eloro Gaming, the second team in group number 51. And the next team is going to be Infinity. And the last team in group number 51 is... It would be fun. It would be good to see an all Esports Premier group. It could happen. There's still a lot of them left. Radniki are going into group number 51. So group number 51 contains Ballers Gaming, Eloro Gaming from Spain, Infinity and Radniki. Also a very strong group, that one. Now let's move across into this group number 52 and then I'll show you the updated groups from 1 to 52. So these next 4 teams are going straight into this one. Will we get the All-Prem team group? We shall see. We've got Wolverines X. We have Wolverines X going into group number 52. Let's take a look to see who will join them. The next 3 teams going into group number 52 are we've got Royal Beasts, their Esports Premier side. Royal Beasts going into group number 52. Let's see who else there's going to be. I think Wolverines X are Premier North, Premier South. We have Ravening Wolves. So we've got Ravening Wolves, Wolverines in the same group. And the last team in group number 52 is VFC Rhinos, a team from Russia. So that is 52 groups done. We still have many, many teams left. Just counting the teams that we've got left here. I'll tell you how many teams are left. We've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. We have 48 teams left to be pulled out, so not long now. But you guys want to see the updated groups. I'm going to show you now groups 1 to 52. We're going to go over to that right now, and then we'll get the last groups done, and then I'll update them on the website and get the calendar sorted. So let's move over to the groups. So here we go, guys. Here is groups 1 to 52 on the screen right now, as you can see. Take a little look. Take a look if you've missed it early, if you just jumped in. Welcome to the stream. And here are the groups so far for the VPG Europe Pro Cup. So we're going to do group 53 to 64. That should take around, let's say, 10-15 minutes, not even that, and then the group stage draw has been done. So we've got Axel. He's predicted Plymouth to be in group number 53. We shall see. Let's get on to it. Let's move across into groups number 53 to 64. Let's go. So moving on into group number 53. Let's take a look to see who the 4 teams are going to be pulled out into this one. I do feel sorry for Divine. You have been waiting since the start, waiting for your team to come out. And we have one of the Premier sides, Royal eFootball, in group number 53. Let's see who they'll be playing against. We've got Plymouth and Divine asking to be called out here. We have Levels. I played them the other night. They are a very, very strong side. Levels from UK. Let's take a look to see who'll be in that group. I think Plymouth do not want this group now. And it's Street Village. Street Village in group number 53. Let's take a look to see who will be the last team in group number 53. I think Plymouth and Divine are like, we don't want to be put in group number 53 here, and it's Vitrex Esports. So that is your group number 53. It's Royal eFootball from Germany. It's Levels from United Kingdom, Street Village I think from Germany, and Vitrex. Let's move across into group number 54. These next 4 teams will be placed into that group. We have NC and Magla being placed in group number 54. Let's take a look to see who they'll be playing against. L Immortals in group number 54. The third team for group number 54 is Kings X, which is an esports Premier side. They're actually the Ghetto Boys I was talking about. I got them mixed up earlier with another team, but yeah, Kings X are basically Ghetto Boys, so that's quite a strong group. Let's take a look to see who the 4th team is going to be in group number 54. Yeah, Luke, it's been drawn out. I'll show you what group you've got shortly. RCD Espanol, that is a very strong one. So for this group, we have NC Magla, El Immortal, Kings X, and RCD Espanol. Now there is someone that's just come into the stream asking what group his team in, which is Lucid Esports. Let me just try find you guys quickly. So Lucid, you are, I did see your name get called out. Just give me a minute, I will find it. Lucid, you are in group number 32, and you have White Elephants from Germany. Oh, wrong one, sorry. Group number 32. You have DFCO from France, Duelia Esports, Lucid, and Manadek. Now moving across into group number 55, the next 4 teams will be going into that one. Is Unbreakable. Now let's make sure that the name's not a curse and they don't get 3 esports Premier sides. Otherwise they are breakable and they're going to struggle. But let's take a look to see who the 3 teams are going to be placed into group number 5 alongside Unbreakable. And it's Unity Esports alongside Unbreakable in group number 55. Let's take a look to see who they'll be joining. 2 more teams left for group number 55. And this one is Hajduk Locals And the last team in group number 55 is Logic XI. So that is your group number 55. We have Unbreakable, Unity Esports, Hajduk Locals, and Logic XI. Now let's move across into group number 56. The next 4 teams are going straight into this one. We're close to finish now. I do the guys that have been waiting from the start. It'd be funny if your teams do get called out. Group number 64. That'd be crazy. US Cremonense. US Cremonense in group number 56. Let's take a look to see who they'll be pulled out against. We have AFL XI in group number 56. Let's take a look to see who the last remaining teams are. Is Copper Esports. And the last team going into group number 56 is Audax. Now that is a strong group. Group number 56 of US Cremonense, AFL, AFC XI, Copper Esports, and Audax from United Kingdom. Now moving across into group number 57, the next 4 teams will be picked into this group. So the next team is Univ Cluj, which is a team from Romania. They're the first team in group number 57. So Univ Cluj, and they'll be joined alongside PCS Pagazzi, and they are also a team from the Esports Premier. PCS Pagazzi. Very strong side from France. Let's take a look to see who the other 2 teams are going to be in group number 57. I don't think Plymouth wants this one. We have Shrewsbury Town. Shrewsbury been put into group number 57. Let's take a look to see who the 4th team's going to be in this one. And it's Esports Maribor. That's a very, very strong group. Shrewsbury are going to struggle in that one, most definitely. Do feel sorry for the management team at Shrewsbury. It's got Univ Cluj from Romania, PCS Pagazzi from France in Esports Premier, Shrewsbury Town, and Maribor. Going to be a tough one. Moving across into group number 58, the next 4 teams going into this one is Elite Pro Club. And they'll be joined alongside. So Elite are an Esports Premier side, Premier North or South, sorry. Very good side. They love to pass the ball a lot. Good possession. And they'll be playing against Brugge Esports. The next 2 teams in group number 58 are excuse me. We have Sivasspor from Turkey, an official club. Sivasspor. And the last team going into group number 58 is very tense for you, Plymouth. Very, very tense. The team's not been pulled out yet. And it's Endangered FIFA Academy. Now moving across into group number 59. Let's take a look at the 4 teams going into group number 59. So the first team being pulled out in this one is Buddies Unite Esport. That's Buddies Unite. Joining them as the second team in this group is surely Plymouth. It's got to be Plymouth. Devoted Esports. The third team going into group number 59 is, we've still got around 20 teams left, is XI Joker Brother. XI Joker Brother into group 59, and they'll be joined alongside Toxic Crusaders. So that is your group number 59. We have Buddies Unite, Devoted, XI Joker Brothers, and Toxic Crusaders. Now let's move across into group number 60. 20 teams left now. 20 teams left to do. And then we can relax and get them scheduled onto the platform. It will be funny. That would be funny. Plymouth Argyle. And Divine in the same group. That would be good. Animosity been placed into group number 60. Animosity. And they'll be joined alongside. Let's take a look. Charlton Athletic Esports. Placed into group number 60. Let's take a look to see who's going to be placed into this group. Also, I've got a feeling it's going to be Plymouth. It's SPVGG from Germany. SPVGG Unleashed, the full name is. And let's take a look who's going to be the fourth team in this group. It is. Is Synergy. So that is the four teams going into group number 60. And we have Animosity, Charlton Athletic Esports, SPVGG Unleashed, and Synergy. Now moving across into group number 61, 16 teams left. Let's take a look to see who's going to be the final remaining teams in these last four groups. So we're finally there. And this one we have Galactic Esports. I got mixed up with these Galactics and Galacticos. So Galactic have been put into group number 61. Let's take a look to see who will be joining them. We have FIFA for Fighters. FIFA for Fighters in group number 61 alongside Galactic. To be fair, this cup is going to be very interesting. There's going to be teams from all different levels from Premier to League 4. So it's going to actually give everyone a big test to see what level they can actually play at. So if you battle and you win against a very elite top side, you know you can get your team to that level in a few seasons. So for this next team is Elite 1 Squad, which is a team from the Esports Premier Elite 1 Squad. And let's take a look to see who will be joining them as the fourth team in group number 61. And that is the Radioactive Spanish. Twelve teams left. 12 teams left. So group number 61 is Galactic, FIFA for Fighters from Germany, Elite 1 Squad also from Germany, and Radioactive Spanish from Spain. Now moving across into group number 62. Now let's take a look to see who the four teams are going to be in this one. It's going to be Divine and Plymouth in the same group here. I've got a feeling they've been waiting from the start. None of them have been pulled out. And this one is 3 Lions into group number 62. Let's take a look to see who will join them as the second team. Divine, it's got to be Saint Venera. The third team going in group number 62. Helen CF. And the fourth team going into group number 62 is Team GOA. Before we start, let me take a look. Divine and Plymouth Argyle, if you let me know what leagues you are, let me take a look. Actually, I'm going to actually see if you guys are actually in the cup. I don't want you. Let's take a look at Plymouth. I don't think Plymouth are actually in it. Let me take a look. Kings League 2 North. Just let me know what league you are. So I'll check you Plymouth to see if you are actually in the draw. See if you've been selected. Let's take a look. League 2 North. I think you are. Let me just double check. League 2 North. Plymouth Argyle. Is it? Yeah, Plymouth Argyle. You're in it. And yes, Silent Esports have been selected. I'll go over that in a second. So Mr. Arsenal's team is called Divine. Let me just take a look to see if their team are in it too. So Divine are in. Let's take a look. Divine Esports are in. Oh, Divine, you're not going to like this, bro. Yo, Divine, you're an Xbox, bro. Yeah, so we've still got Plymouth. So we've got team group number 62 is Free Lions, Saint Venera, Helen CF, and Team GOA. Now we're going across into group number 63. Let's take a look to see who the 4 teams in group number 63 are. Is Dark Force. Dark Force, another good team, up and coming, been promoted every single season they have entered. So Dark Force enter group number 63. And the next one is Elite's Dragons. Elite's Dragons go into group number 63, and they'll be playing alongside literally 6 teams left now. Mojo Kai. Do you know what? If your team is actually in group number 64, that is going to be crazy, because you literally called that earlier. Group number 63. Let's take a look to see the last team is going to be in group number 63. I'm pretty sure I did add Plymouth. If not, I'll have a look. OTP FC. It's got to be Plymouth, because so that is your group number 63. Dark Force, Elite's Dragons, Mojo Kai, and OTP FC. Let me just double check to see Plymouth haven't been called out. Let me take a look. I'm pretty sure they haven't, but they might. It could have been. Imagine if they have. I can't see them. Let's just see these last 4 teams, because you're probably going to get called out of that. But if not, I'm going to double check, because Plymouth should be in it. Hopefully it is just one of these last 4 teams, as you called it. Let's take a look now. Here we go. Last 4 teams. Let's hope Plymouth are one of these. I'm pretty sure they are, but let's take a look now. 4 teams left. All of them are going to be in the same group. So this is the last group of the VPG Europe Pro Cup, and with Team Droz. And they'll be in the same group as Plymouth Argyle. That is funny. That is really funny. Plymouth Argyle. Group number 64. He called it from the start. Second team in group number 64 alongside Team Droz. Let's see if there's any other teams in this one he doesn't want to come up against. And we have Kuratuncha. Not a bad side as well. Kuratuncha. And let's take a look to see who the last team to be pulled out of the 256 team draw. And that is VPG Bolt. And that is the 256 team draw completed. I'm going to show you the full list of teams right now. Mr. Arsenal, appreciate you watching. Obviously you're from Xbox, but this is the PlayStation Esports VPG Pro Cup. I just realised that you're Xbox. Okay, so I'm going to go over to crazy for Plymouth. Let's go over to the groups, guys. Let's take a look, and here is the final stages of the VPG Europe Pro Cup for Xbox. We do have a Pro Cup for you guys as well, which we'll be sorting very soon for that one. So here are your 64 groups of the VPG Europe Pro Cup. Group number 1 to 64 there, as you can see on the screen. I'm not going to read all them out because it'll take me a while, so I'm just going to leave it on the screen for 20 to 30 seconds so you can see it. Take a look through which group you think is the hardest. Some very strong teams in this competition. One of my favorites one of the favorite teams to win this competition, I'd probably go with either Onente Esports from Spain. We've got Audax from the UK. I'm looking at Tycho from Spain also. To be fair, anyone can win it on the day. It's just how they perform. But all these teams, you have to give credit to them. All of them are a very good level. They play in the paid system from Premier to League 4, competing for cash prizes. And here they are playing for the VPG Europe Pro Cup. The first game will be on Monday. Second game on Tuesday. I'm going to put a poll in the Discord channel now, and you guys can vote for an option. Either a game will be played at 8:30 or most likely 9:30 UK time with a 15 minutes delay time for those games. Most likely 9:30 will be better, but I'll let the community vote on those matches. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you've been here from the start, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for obviously taking part in the competition. It starts on Monday. I wish you all the best of luck, and yeah, thank you guys. I'll get this posted onto the website, get the fixtures and groups launched to start on Monday, and then yeah. But from everyone watching, best of luck in your opening games on Monday for the PlayStation. If you are from Xbox, good luck on the 1st of July when the season starts on Thursday. Thank you all for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure. Have a good evening, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for more live draws for the VPG, PlayStation 4 Euros, and the Xbox World Esports. Thank you all. Take care. Good night.
So in my opinion, Malaysia versus Thailand doesn't get bigger than this.
Selamat datang ke Liga Super VPG Malaysia bersama
في ملعب الرياح غاب جمال غاب وسيم